Hey friends. Okay, so today, day 2 of working from home. And we just found out, literally got the email 10 minutes ago, that it's gonna be the rest of the semester. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kimberly. I'm a professor. I live in Connecticut. Today's date, it's St. Patrick's Day. We're in the middle of the coronavirus outbreak pandemic situation. Things are already getting boring and it's only day 2. So what I wanted to do today was show how I apply my Red Aspen nail dashes, which I forgot the box. I'll put in a box up there. So basically what this is I keep mine just in this little plastic box. So basically what these are press on, if you remember from like the 80s and 90s, press on nails. But they glue on now. They actually have worked a lot on the science of press-on nails, and Red Aspen, the company that I use, formulates their nails so that they stay on better by having a thinner end that's closer to your cuticle and a bunch of other ways. So I'm gonna show today just quickly how I put mine on. A couple of my friends have asked about them, so I thought I'd make a quick video. So I've already pushed back my cuticles. So I've taken off my old nails. I have filed them. So as you can see, my nails are actually in pretty good condition, and I've been wearing press-on nails for, I don't know, since like August. So I pushed back my cuticles, and then I filed a little bit, I shouldn't say filed, I buffed a little bit with the enclosed. So there's a little emery nail file. Probably shouldn't call it an emery board anymore. There's probably a difference. But I just had buffed a little bit on my natural nail just to give the glue a little bit of something to stick to, a little bit of grit, if you will, on my natural nail. So I just buff it up a little bit. Like, obviously I don't really want to damage my natural nails. And then just wipe it off with an alcohol wipe. That'll dry pretty quickly. So one thing that I forgot to mention that I already did was I matched up each of the nails to which finger they fit best on. And I just kind of had them laid out on the top of this little box. If you look on the inside, there's a little, you might be able to see it. There's a little number at the very top. That number indicates the size. So for me, I know that my left hand is actually a little bit smaller than my right hand. So I know that I need a number 2 on my thumb, and so on. And then on my other hand, I actually need a number 1 on my thumb. So I've laid out what size nails I need. I have, as far as other supplies, I have the alcohol pads that I mentioned earlier. Alcohol pads, you can get a box of like 100 for a couple dollars at the grocery store. It's nothing special, although in the times of coronavirus, you might not be able to buy them as readily. And then the things that come in the box are obviously the nails, this board, which is double-sided, so the side I used to buff already, and then I'll use this side to, if I need to file down my nails at all afterward. Our glue, which I'll talk about in a second, and this, if I don't dump the nails all over, and this cuticle stick. So I do use that to push back my cuticles, but I already did that before I started this video. So our glue. So it's designed, and it says right on the box, to vary how much you use based on like how long you want the nails to stay on your fingers. I want my nails to stay on generally as long as they can. So I put it on a reasonable amount of glue to make that happen, I guess. I'll show you how much I put on. So the glue will break down over time. If you want it to last longer, use a little bit more glue. If you want it to last less long, use a little bit less glue. But it'll break down to the point where it doesn't, so that when it is time to take your nails off, it doesn't damage your nails. So what do I do to put on the nails? So I'm gonna twist off the tap of the glue. Sometimes well, not This one's stuck in the cap. Sometimes a little plastic piece will come off on top of your glue. Just twist that off if it doesn't come off right away. And then always start with your pinkies. It just helps to have your thumbs available if you need them to put on some of your other nails. So I'm just going to show the basic, and then I'll switch to overhead view, and you can see about how much glue I'm using on my fingers. So what I'm going to do is put a dab of glue on my nail, just like a small size dot, and then I use the tip to move it around a little bit, just to kind of move the glue around so that it's all over my nail so that it's more even. And then I'm going to come in with the nail on a little bit of an angle under my cuticle. The under your cuticle is not super important, but if your nails grow out at all, it helps to just cover a little bit of that growth out. And now I'm just pressing down for about 30 seconds, and that just gives the glue a chance to adhere to both the nail and the fake nail and your natural nail. I actually did a pretty decent job. So sometimes, especially in my smaller fingers, a glue could come out the side or under the front. If that happens, I just use a piece of the alcohol wipe to wipe it off, and that one's done. All right, so my next one, I'll try to show this one a little bit better. So I'm going to put the glue dot on my nail, then rub it around a little so that it covers more of my nail surface, isn't just globbed up in the middle. And then I'm going to take my nail, kind of start at the cuticle and put it down, and then I'm going to sit and hold it again. Here's my first two. So the Leopard is coming back as a part of our permanent collection, which I'm really excited about. Like, right, that's just fun. And right now, we all need some fun in our lives. I'm gonna switch you to the overhead view and show you just how much glue I'm using. All right, so we're back. We're a little bit closer up, sorry. So again, as you can see, my nails, with the exception of having been buffed, are really in good condition. I just trimmed them before I started. All right, so as far as how much glue I put on. So as I put on my middle nail, I'm gonna put on, so not a huge drop of glue, but I'm just gonna smear that around a little bit with the tip. I'm not squeezing it to have more come out right now, but so that it's all around my nail. So I'm gonna put it on kind of starting at my cuticle and then press down onto my whole nail. And I'm just gonna hold it here. I'll show that one more time after I'm done pushing this one down. So I'm actually gonna do, I'll fast forward this, but I'm actually gonna do a few nails on my other hand so I don't end up getting my thumb and forefingers stuck. So I'm just gonna do these quick and I'll fast forward this. I feel like that one might actually be a bigger size than I usually wear on that finger, but that's just what I pulled out of the box today, so. And there are definitely some sizes that I can wear the same, like multiple sizes on a finger. So it's kind of helpful in terms of being able to use up all the nails in a box, because there's 24 nails to a box, and obviously I like to use all of what I bought. So again, glue dot, rub it around a little so that it's reasonably even, and then stick this on from an angle. So at this point, I've only been doing this for, I have about 10 minutes of recording of me actually putting my nails on. So I'm more than halfway done with my manicure. Got 6 nails done. I'm more than halfway done. These last 2 tend to go pretty quick. Usually I try to put on my right hand first, just not really for any particular reason. Well, really because I'm a little clumsier with this hand and I can't hold on to the glue. But I'll just finish up these last 2 nails. There's certainly no reason that I need to sing to you right now. Last 2 nails. So my thumb, obviously my thumb is going to need a little bit more glue than my other one, so I just put on a little bit bigger of a dot. Same process overall. Spread it out. Sometimes I even add a little bit more. But spread that out so that it's all over the place. All of a sudden I had the nails mixed up. I feel like this is going to be crooked. And see, I've got a little bit of time to like lift it back up and put it back down in the event that it is crooked. So I lifted that up probably 4 times before I actually got it right. So you've got a little time. I mean, okay, let's be honest. If you get nail glue on your fingers, it bonds almost immediately. But for me, if I put it down and I lift it right back up, let's see, like I said, if I get a little bit of extra glue, I just kind of wipe it off. No big deal. But I can see that if I didn't put it down right in the right spot initially, I can lift it back up a little bit without too much trouble. All right, so last nail. A dollop of glue, spread it around. I'll find the cap at some point. I guess I'll just put on the nail first. And then the last one's always the hardest because my other nails get in the way. But just like that. There's a little bit of glue right, like kind of right here. So I'm just going to wipe that off in a second. And then the only other thing that went wrong is if you can see on this marshmallow here, I don't know if it'll focus, but on my pointer finger, I got a little bit of glue on the top of my nail. That'll come right off with like Vaseline or anything like that. If I just put a little bit of Vaseline, that'll ball up and come off. All right, so I put my cap back on the glue and I'm all set. So I've got just a bunch of different options, and sorry, the color's getting crazy now because the sun went down, but I've got just a fun neutral mani for apparently working at home for the next 2 months. So for me, these nails are a little bit long. I'm gonna cut these down. I don't usually do it right after I put on my nails just to give the glue a little time to set up. But I'm gonna make a separate video. Actually, I think I already have a separate video. If you want to know more about how to cut down your nails, keep an eye out for that. Other than that, this is how to apply Red Aspen nail dashes, and these will last me easily 2 weeks. So I hope you come back in the future for more videos. I figure if I'm going to be home for the next couple of months working from home, I can definitely share some of the things that I enjoy, and hopefully it can be entertaining for you guys while we're all in kind of just this weird situation.